MK Flyers Online, the fast and simple way to find any kind of business or service locally. Find us at mkflyersonline.co.uk or download the MK Flyers mobile app from your app store. MK Flyers Online proudly supports Seclo Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Wait Good morning and welcome along to Double Decades. My name's Dave.
And my name's Charlotte, and for the next 2 hours we'll be bringing you music from the 1980s and the 1990s.
Got some great stuff lined up for you today. Going to be playing you some Poison, going to be playing some Alison Moyet and some Jackie Graham.
I've got lots of stuff from the 90s, quite a lot of indie, a little bit of dance. I hope I can give you a good show.
Yeah, that was Paula Abdul and Straight Up. That was a US #1 from 1989. That was the third single from her album Forever Your Girl.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that one.
Yeah, she was... well, she had a couple of years she was quite big, and then she went off to do like judging and stuff, didn't she, on American Idol?
You're absolutely right, that's where I've seen her. So my next track is by the Lightning Seeds. This track is one I loved back in the 90s. It got to number 15 in the UK in 1994. Wouldn't you say that Ian Brodie, the lead singer of the Lightning Seeds, has a distinct voice without performing vocal gymnastics? Wouldn't you say so?
Yeah, he's quite a distinct voice, hasn't he?
If you remember the album that I'm going to play this on, Jollification, you might recall its artwork. It was just a host of flying strawberries in multicolour.
Yeah, I know.
Do you remember
Yeah.
that? Okay, so without further ado, this is the Lightning Seeds with Lucky You.
You're lying again. Say you don't, but then you do. I'm trying again to build a wall around your heart, then break it through to you. You make it happen. Everything's blue now. Oh, lucky you. Oh, lucky you. There's nothing to lose if it's really true. Oh, lucky you. You're chasing the moon, reaching out to touch the stars, but you land too soon. What will it take to make you see the way things really are? You've got this far, so let it happen. Everything's blue now. Oh, lucky you. Oh, lucky you. There's nothing to lose
listening to the Lightning Seeds there with Lucky You from their album Jollification. That track was released in 1994 and got to number 15 in the charts. Wouldn't you say there, Dave, that Ian Brodie did have a very distinctive 1990s voice?
Yeah, you could say that.
But we can't quite put our finger on why he's got a distinctive 90s voice,
No,
but we'll have to have a think about that one.
They're one of those bands, I think, that you don't realise just how many hits they had.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's right. So what have you got for me next?
Right,
Dave?
I thought I'd play a band for you that were formed in 1973 in New York, and they had some crazy, crazy nights. This is Kiss.
Oh, I love this song.
Here's a little song for everybody out there. People tried to take my soul away, but I don't hear the rap that they all say. They try to tell us we don't belong. That's alright. When millions cry, this is my music. It makes me proud. These are my people, and this is my crowd. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Sometimes days are so hard to survive. Oh yeah, a million ways to bury you alive. Hey, the sun goes down like a bad, bad dream. You end up tight, gotta let off steam. They say they can break you again and again. If life is a radio, turn up to 10. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Whoa! These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Come on! These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Yeah! Woo! And they try to tell us that we don't belong, but that's alright. We're leading strong. You are my people, you are my crowd. This is our music. We don't belong. Yeah. And nobody's gonna change me, 'cause that's who I am. Ooh. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Oh yeah. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Whoa. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Yeah. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Hey. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Yeah. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights. Come on. These are crazy, 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 crazy nights.
That was Kiss and Crazy, Crazy Nights. 'Cause as I said, they were formed back in 1973 in New York by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. And did you know that Gene Simmons can speak 4 different languages?
That's pretty clever.
Yeah, he can speak German, English, Hungarian and Hebrew.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was born in Israel.
Was
That's
he?
probably the
Ah, okay.
Hebrew thing going on.
And can I just check with Kiss?
Yes.
Because I think you're more of an aficionado than me.
I wouldn't say I'm too much of an aficionado, but...
Aficionado?
Yeah, that as well.
Aficionado?
Yeah, that as well.
So, I'm thinking that there was a point in which they decided to take off their makeup.
Yeah, they sort of ditched it, didn't they? And I think that was in the mid-80s.
But then they put it back on again.
Yeah. I've never seen them myself, but I'm sure they're really good value for money.
Would you prefer to see them with or without makeup?
I'd like to see them with the makeup.
Me too.
Yeah, apparently they put on a brilliant show, so maybe one of these days we'll get to see Kiss.
I'm sure, but I'd be hanging on for that song, and there's another one, isn't there?
God Gave Rock and Roll.
That's the one. So anyway, okay, I'm playing stuff from the 90s, and my next track is kind of a trick one, and I know you're going to catch me out. This is by the Lars, and it's called There She Goes. Now tell me, is this an 80s track or a 90s track?
Well, if you want to be specific, if you want to be specific, I believe it was originally released in 1989, but it kind of bombed and got to like number 87 in the charts or something. And then they re-released it about 12 months later, and it was a mammoth hit for them.
So we're now talking about a song here that straddles decades.
It does.
That's it. Well, if you ever listen to this song, apparently it was rumoured that it was actually about taking drugs. So have a listen to it. But thankfully the rumours have been denied, and the lead guitarist John Byrne said it's actually about a girl you like but you never talk to. So let's now have a listen to the Lars with There She Goes. So you were listening to the Lars there with There She Goes.
My name's Dave.
And my name's Charlotte, and we bring you music from the 1980s.
And the 1990s.
But I always play the 90s.
I play the 80s. We're here every Saturday between 10 and midday, so you know where we are, so come and join us.
Do join us. So back to the Lars. Well, did you know that track was actually used by Newsnight when Margaret Thatcher left Downing Street in 1990.
You're full of topical stuff. Was
I know.
was that the springboard that made it a hit in 1990?
Wow.
It may have been.
You might have got something there, but I thought that was quite daring of Newsnight to...
Yeah, and I believe it was hit in 99 as well. So
I think so. It was
did
re-released.
something happen in 99?
We'd have to look that up, wouldn't we?
Yeah, next up from me then, some Kim Wilde after we've heard these.
Sound the big thing now.
Hi, blessings to each and every one of you. Join me, Darren Hoy, with the Reggae Takeover Show for 2 hours of the finest reggae vibes, each and every Wednesday, 9 through to 11 p.m, here on Seclo Sounds. Don't miss out on your weekly Sunshine Fix, featuring Roots, Rude Boy, Dub, Lovers Rock, Ska, One Drop, and much, much more. So go on, give your sound system a treat. Join me, wind down low, and skank the night away. One love. That's Wednesdays, 9 through to 11 p.m, live on Seclo Sounds.
Get your top, Mr. Selector.
Hi, this is Andrew Ackerman inviting you to join me for Groove Lounge every Thursday night between 10 and 12 a.m. on Seclo Sounds, playing the very best in smooth jazz and soul. Groove Lounge on Seclo Sounds and TuneIn Radio.
Listen to the Sticks Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds and bucks. The Sticks Radio Show, online at seclosounds.org.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
That was Kim Wilde and You Came.
I like that one. I saw Kim doing her 80s retro festival type thing some time ago.
She does a lot of that, I believe.
That's right.
Do you know what her real name is?
No, is it a bad name?
No, it's not actually. Kim Smith.
Oh, okay.
Daughter-
Kim Wilde is better than Smith, don't you think?
It's a bit more rock and roll. Daughter of Reginald Smith.
Marty Wilde, though.
That's Marty Wilde, yeah.
That's right. Reginald, not a very rock and roll name.
No, Reginald Dwight.
Yeah, Elton's a better name.
Yes,
Elton
maybe
John,
I should play some Elton on the
I
show.
think you should. There's so many great Elton songs. Well, earlier on I played something by the Lars, and a nice link here because I'm going to play something by Cast. The band included John Power, who was the Lars bass player.
So
Okay.
there's the link.
There's the link. So this is from their album All Change, which was their debut album, released in 1995. I was really taken with this song. This is Cast with Walk Away.
If you heard all they got to say, you look but turn away, just walk away, walk away. If you said all you got to say, now your words just slip away, just walk away, walk away, walk away. That's what they say, what they say, what they say. Gotta walk away. If you played all the games they played them yesterday, just walk away, walk away. If you've been where they wanna go, seen all they got to show, just walk away, walk away, walk away. That's what they say, what they say, what they say. Gotta walk away. Now you must believe me, you never lose your dreams. So now you must believe me, we'll never lose our dreams. If you've proved all there is to prove, got nothing left to lose, just walk away, walk away. If you've done all there is to do, ain't nothing left for you, just walk away, walk away, walk away. That's what they say, what they say, what they say. Walk away, walk away, walk away. That's what they say, what they say, what they say. Gotta walk away today.
MK Flyers Online, the fast and simple way to find any kind of business or service locally. Find us at mkflyersonline.co.uk or download the MK Flyers mobile app from your app store. MK Flyers Online proudly supports Seclo Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Like these, cries seem so
That's The Adventures from 1988. I don't know too much about The Adventures apart from they came from Northern Ireland.
I didn't even know the song.
You didn't know the song?
No, you're full of surprises,
Well,
Dave.
apparently, from what I read on that famous online encyclopedia, it was the most played record on Radio 1 in 1988.
Goodness.
So there you go. Broken Land from The Adventures. Great song. I love it. This is Double Decades. I'm Dave.
And I'm Charlotte, and we bring you music from the 80s and the 90s.
Yes, we haven't talked about the podcast yet, have we?
We haven't. Dave, you better do the clever stuff.
Oh, the clever stuff with the podcast. If you go to Spreaker.com, type in Double Decades or Seclo Sounds, you can find your way to our wonderful podcast where you can listen to the show all over again as many times as you want.
And there's a lovely photo of us on there.
There is a
isn't there?
lovely photo. You can go to Podomatic as well, podomatic.com, and we're on there. So we're taking over the podcasting world.
Are we?
Yeah. We're on Facebook. If you want to check us out on Facebook, send us a message or something. We're on there. Just Double Decades.
That's right. So I play the music from the 90s, and this next track, I have to say, it must be one of the most iconic songs from the 1990s. It's David Gray's Babylon, and I first saw David Gray perform as the Sunset at V Festival back in 2001, so you can imagine how that was. I mean, he was, you know, at the pinnacle of his fame, and he was loving it. Have a look at his website. He has it features some of the most beautiful photography, so do have a look at it. That's David Gray now with Babylon.
Friday night, I'm going nowhere. All the lights are changing, green to red. Turning over TV stations, situations running through my head. Looking back through time, you know it's clear that I've been blind, I've been a fool to open up my heart to all that jealousy, that bitterness, that ridicule. Saturday, I'm running wild and all the lights are changing red to green. Moving through the crowds, I'm pushing. Chemicals are rushing in my bloodstream. Only wish that you were here. You know I'm seeing it so clear. I've been afraid to show you how I really feel. Admit to some of those bad mistakes I've made. And if you want it, come and get it. Crying out loud. The love that I was giving you was never in doubt. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Babylon, Babylon. Sunday, all the lights in London shining, sky is fading, red to blue. Kicking through the autumn leaves and wondering where it is you might be going to. Turning back for home, you know I'm feeling so alone, I can't believe. Climbing on the stair, I turn around to see you smiling there in front of me. And if you want it, come and get it. Crying out loud. The love that I was giving you was never in doubt. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now. Let go of your heart, let go of your head, and feel it now.
This is Seclo Sounds. Join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. for 1 hour in the company of Harry and Edna on the Wireless, exploring all aspects of the vintage scene and playing tip-top gramophone tunes. Harry and Edna on the Wireless, Wednesdays at 7 p.m. on seclosounds.org. Jolly good.
Plain Talking with Mick Bannister, Thursdays at 8 p.m. on Seclo Sounds. Check in for an hour of scintillating chat and music with Mick Bannister and his guests from the world of film and literature. He'll be talking about their achievements and inspiration and finding out about the books and music that accompany them on their travels around the world. Get to know the person behind the headlines. Catch Plain Talking with Mick Bannister, Thursdays at 8 p.m. here on Seclo Sounds.
Listen to the Sticks Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds and bucks. The Sticks Radio Show online at seclosounds.org.
Together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
We both lie silently still in the dead of the night. Though we both lie close together, we feel miles apart inside. Was it something I said or something I did? Did my words not come out right? Though I tried not to hurt you, though I tried, but I guess that's why they say every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorn. It does. Favorite song playing on the radio. Yeah, the DJ said love's a game of easy come and easy go. But I wonder, does he know? Has he ever felt like this? And I know that you would be here right now if I could have let you know somehow. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn. Just like every cowboy sings a sad song. Every rose has its thorn. Though it's been a while now, I can still feel so much pain. Like a knife that cuts you, the wound heals, but the scar, that scar remains. I know I could have saved the love that night if I'd known what to say. Instead of making love, We both made a several weeks, and now I hear you found somebody new, and that I never meant that much to you. To hear that tears me up inside, and to see you cuts me like a knife. I guess every rose has its thorn, just like every night has its dawn, just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song. Every rose has its thorn.
That was Poison, Every Rose Has Its Thorn. That was released in October 1988, and it was the third single from Poison's second album, Open Up and Say Ah. It was the band's only number one hit in the US, reaching top spot on Christmas Eve in 1988. And that was 3 weeks there, carrying on into 1989. And it was a number 13 here in the UK.
You know, when you said about Poison, I thought you were going to play me Alice Cooper.
I should dig that out one week, shouldn't I?
Was that an 80s track?
I think it was about 1990, but...
Well, I better play it then.
Yeah, we'll get it in the show one way or another. Poison were formed in 1983 in... I love the name of some of these American places. Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania.
Mechanicsburg?
Yeah,
Never heard of it.
Mechanicsburg in Pennsylvania. And the band consisted of lead vocalist Brett Michaels, guitarist Matt Smith, bassist Bobby Dahl, and drummer Ricky Rocket. What a great rock and roll name.
Ricky Rocket is a good name.
That is a good name. And in an interview with VH1's Behind the Music, Michael said the inspiration for the song came from a night when he was in a laundromat waiting for his clothes to dry, called his girlfriend on a payphone. Michael said he heard a male voice in the background and was absolutely devastated. He went back into the laundromat and wrote Every Rose Has Its Thorn as a result. The name of the girl, do you think we should name her?
I don't know. Where did you find it?
Oh, it was on that well-known online encyclopedia. The name of the girl on the song is Tracy Lewis, apparently.
Well, she's probably never lived it down.
No. So, yeah, that's Poison. Every rose has its thorn.
But, you know, it's funny you should say that about that he was devastated and then he wrote a great song, because isn't that the way? Apparently Amy Winehouse wrote her best songs when she was, you know, tortured emotionally.
Well, it works for some people.
It does.
It does.
I write my best songs when I'm down in the dumps.
Okay.
Well, moving on, I'm going to play something now from a band that I believed deserved a lot more success in the 90s, and they were called Purescence. This track is from their second studio album released in 1998, and the album was called Only Forever. They went on to release 4 further albums, but split up only in 2013. Here's Purescence with It Doesn't Matter Anymore. just listening there to Pure Essence with their track It Doesn't Matter Anymore. My name's Charlotte.
And I'm Dave.
And together we bring you Double Decades. That's
every Saturday.
That's every Saturday from 10 till 12.
Yeah.
And we play the music from the 90s.
And the 80s.
And I say it that way round because I only play the 90s.
And I only play the 80s.
That is correct.
Is there a parrot in here?
There is.
You can get us in touch with us. We're on Facebook. If you check out Double Decades on Facebook, you can check out the podcast as well. That's at Spreaker.com and at Podomatic.com.
That's right. You can download us.
Yes.
To be honest, I don't know what I'm talking about, so I leave that bit to him.
Oh, all right. Leave it to me.
So, I think you're going to play me something by Alison Moyet.
I am going to play some Alison Moyet, and I've got some interesting facts about Alison Moyet after we've heard from her. This is All Cried Out. Alison Moyet, All Cried Out. You're listening to Seclo Sounds.
That's right, and I'm Charlotte.
I'm Dave.
And we bring you Double Decades, the show that showcases the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, it's great stuff. We only play good stuff. Alison Moyet, do you know what her real name is?
Genevieve?
Genevieve Alison Jane Moyet.
Don't you think the name Moyet is quite a nice sounding name? It's almost as if something a cat might say.
Yeah. She was born in the small
I've
town.
thrown you.
Yes, Genevieve Alison Jane Moyer was born in the small Essex town of Billericay to a French father and English mother.
That's where the name comes from.
That's where the name comes from. She grew up in the nearby town of Basildon. Her UK album sales have reached a certified 2.3 million and over 1 million singles sold. All 7 of her studio albums and 3 compilation albums have charted in the top 30. So she's done all right, hasn't she?
She's done very well.
And
I quite liked her stuff when she went kind of old school with like that old devil called Love.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And
didn't she do a cover of Love Letters?
She did, actually. Yeah, that
lovely.
was. Yeah, we'll have to dig that one out, get it on the show. She had 9 top 30 singles, 5 top 10 hits in the British charts, and her most recent album, The Minutes, was released in the UK on the 6th of May 2013. The first single was When I Was Your Girl, released on the 1st of April.
So now I did see she was on tour, and I did notice actually that she's had a dramatic weight loss.
Yeah, I saw a picture.
She's
and
incredibly
she
svelte.
always was a big girl, wasn't
She was a big, very attractive girl, but I was most surprised when I saw her and she'd lost so much weight.
Now, you played the Lightning Seeds earlier, didn't you?
I did.
And I was looking up Alison Moyer on there, and she was actually worked with Ian Brody on the very album that you played.
Did she?
My Best Day.
Oh.
It was a collaboration between Ian Brody and Alison Moyer.
I think you're trying to sort of out-clever me.
Yeah. I'm on the ball today.
You are on the ball. So, do you want me to introduce my next song, Maestro?
Yeah.
So I'm going to play something now by the Cranberries. This is from their album To the Faithful Departed. I think that is a brilliant name for an album. This track is described as a rock ballad. Apparently the Cranberries are, despite a 6-year hiatus, still going strong, and they formed back in 1990, so they've been going quite some time. To the Faithful Departed was released back in 96, and it has to be one of the few albums I have which is encased in yellow plastic. Have you noticed that? The album,
yeah.
the CD case is yellow.
Yeah.
So this is the Cranberries here with one of my favourite tracks from that album. This is When You're Gone.
without you. And in the night I could be helpless, I could be lonely, sleeping without you. And in the day everything's complex, there's nothing simple when I'm not around you. And I miss you when you're gone. That is what I do. It's going to carry on. That is what I do.
MK Flyers Online, the fast and simple way to find any kind of business or service locally. Find us at mkflyersonline.co.uk or download the MK Flyers mobile app from your app store. MK Flyers Online proudly supports Seclo Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
I try to discover a little something to make me sweeter. Oh baby, refrain from breaking my heart. I'm so
that's Erasure and A Little Respect.
I love that one. That
Yeah.
was a real classic from the 80s, wasn't it?
That's so 80s.
As soon as it starts, you're up dancing.
You just know.
Well,
don't you?
you were anyway.
Interestingly, we just played you a short time ago some Alison Moyet, who was in Yazoo with Vince Clarke, who
Yes.
then went on to form Erasure with
That's
Andy
right.
Bell. So it's like kind of like it's all planned, this, isn't it?
It is. Actually, Erasure were one of the first bands I ever saw live.
I bet they were really good.
They
weren't
were, and what I seem to remember is I went to somewhere and it was called the London Arena.
Oh, right.
Do you remember that? I think it was in the East End.
Isn't that?
And it was quite
in
a trek.
Docklands?
It could have been. Anyway, what I remember from that night was there were lots of people in drag.
I can
Lots of
see
men in
that.
drag, and also they had like a volcano that erupted on stage.
Wow.
I know.
That's quite good. That got to number 4 for them back in 1988, but it was covered in 2001 by Wheatus,
Yeah.
and they reached number 3.
And I like that version too.
So they did even better than Erasure with the original.
Okay, so you want me to play something now?
Yeah. What you got in your bag?
Right, well, I've got something by the Seahorses. They only released one album.
That's not a band I know, the Seahorses.
You kind of do, but let me continue.
Okay.
So they released one album called Do It Yourself back in 1998. They were formed by guitarist John Squire following his departure from the Stone Roses. But they split up. Now, you have seen a member of the Seahorses perform live because you saw Chris Helm,
It's
the
coming
lead
back
singer,
to me. It's coming
who was
back.
backing Shed 7
Yeah.
back in December last year.
Yeah,
when
Put
we
the
saw
Road
them.
Mender.
That's right. So here is a great, great song by the Seahorses. This is called Love Me and Leave Me, and I've spent many, many years trying to play this on the guitar unsuccessfully.
Don't believe in Jesus. Don't believe in Jah. Don't believe in the one
That was the Seahorses there with their brilliant track, Love Me and Leave Me. Now, you must recognise that because you've heard me trying to play the intro on the guitar.
Actually, that is a cracking track, isn't it?
It is.
Tell me, when was it out again?
Well, it's from their album that was released back in '98. If you want to go out and buy an album, just go and buy that one. That's Do It Yourself by the Seahorses.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I always felt that they could go places, but I mean, as we saw, Chris Helm is still out there doing his thing.
And he was popular.
He was popular.
Yeah. Right, next up from me is something from Tears for Fears. This is Head Over Heels.
Hi, blessings to each and every one of you. Join me, Darren Hoy, with the Reggae Takeover Show for 2 hours of the finest reggae vibes, each and every Wednesday, 9 through to 11 p.m, here on Seclo Sounds. Don't miss out on your weekly Sunshine Fix, featuring Roots, Rude Boy, Dub, Lovers Rock, Ska, One Drop, and much, much more. So go on, give your sound system a treat. Join me, wind down low, and skank the night away. One love. That's Wednesdays, 9 through to 11 p.m, live on Seclo Sounds.
Get it up, my selector.
Hi, this is Andrew Ackerman inviting you to join me for Groove Lounge every Thursday night between 10 and 12 a.m. on Seclo Sounds, playing the very best in smooth jazz and soul. Groove Lounge on Seclo Sounds and TuneIn Radio.
Listen to the Sticks Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds and bucks. The Sticks Radio Show online at seclosounds.org.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Head over heels from Tears for Fears. Are you a fan?
I can have enough of his voice.
Okay. I know where you're coming from with that.
But I did like Everybody Wants to Rule the World.
Yeah, and they did Everybody Wants to Run the World as well, didn't they?
I did. I got caught up in that. And I always used to like, because one of the band members had a really unusual surname.
Oslaball or something like that.
Exactly, and I can never, ever pronounce it.
No, so we won't go there. Head Over Heels was a song by a British new wave band, Tears for Fears. It was the band's 10th single release in the United Kingdom and the 4th taken from their second LP, Songs from the Big Chair, which I've got that sitting on the shelf somewhere here. It was their 8th top 40 hit in the UK, peaking at number 12 in July 1985. In the United States, it was the 3rd single from the album and continued the band's run of hits there, peaking at number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
So they broke the States?
They did.
Ah,
so
interesting.
I think they were quite big in the States.
Did they play Live Aid? Or they a bit late?
I think they might have played Live Aid. We'll just have to have a look at the DVD.
Look at the DVD.
Yeah.
Well, I'm Charlotte and I love the music from the 90s.
And I'm Dave and I love the 80s.
And you've just had your fill of 80s, so it's on with the show with some 90s. Now I'm going to play something by Ocean Colour Scene. This is from their album Moseley Shoals. It's my favourite single from the album. The previous ones to it were the Riverboat song, You've Got It Bad, and The Day We Caught the Train. So there was quite a build-up to this track that I'm going to play to you. It's called The Circle, and I think it's divine.
And I know
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.
MK Flyers Online, the fast and simple way to find any kind of business or service locally. Find us at mkflyersonline.co.uk or download the MK Flyers mobile app from your app store. MK Flyers Online proudly supports Seclo Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes.
Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station. Well, you've just listened to The Circle there by Ocean Colour Scene. Now, that got to number 6 in the charts back in 1996, which actually surprised me. I didn't know they were that popular. Does that sound dreadful? But it's true, isn't it?
It is.
Indie band, you don't think they get that popular. Anyway, I saw them many times back in the 1990s, and I just think Simon Fowler, the lead singer, has a great voice. Don't you agree?
He's got a good voice.
So, Dave, what are you going to play me from the 80s?
Right,
what are you going to torture my ears with?
Next up from the 80s is a young lady that we have seen, actually. We went to an 80s weekend at Butlins.
Oh, so we did.
And she was there. This was a record by her that was released in June 1985. It peaked at number 9 in that singles chart of that year. So this is Jackie Graham and Round and Round.
And the best thing you can do is
That was Jackie Graham and Round and Around. Following her hit version of Could It Be I'm Falling in Love with David Grant, Jackie Graham scored a further 5 UK top 20 hits over a 2-year period. In '94, she had a cover version of Chaka Khan's Ain't Nobody. Checked it out on YouTube, and it is pretty good.
Well, actually, you know, there's me talking about my ears being tortured, but Jackie Graham probably was the highlight of that weekend. I seem
She
to remember.
was very good.
Yeah.
And I also read on Wikipedia that Beverly Knight covered that song, Round and Around.
Did she?
Yeah.
You like Beverly Knight? And we saw her.
Yeah, we saw her last year as
That's
well.
right.
She was good.
Now, is that David Grant as in the vocal coach?
Yes, it is.
And what's his wife called? Is it Carrie?
Carrie Grant.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of stuff on The Voice. Well, they pop up all over the place now, don't they?
Apparently David Grant is a really nice guy. I knew somebody that met him once. Had him
Really?
on another radio show, and he's a really nice
Yeah,
guy.
they seem like a nice couple, a power couple, but a good, nice couple.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we bring you Double Decades.
That's right. That's the show that brings you the music from the 80s and the 90s.
And you can find it exclusively at Seclo Sounds.
Yeah, that's seclosounds.org. Well, I'm playing 90s stuff as I always do. This is something a little bit different. This is a track from Air, who were a French music duo back in the 90s, and they're still going strong today. This is from their debut album, Moon Safari. If you have this album, or you can get a copy of it, have a look at the artwork. It's particularly good. I like this track that I'm going to play. This is Kelly, Watch the Stars, which reached number 18 back in 1998.
Hi, blessings to each and every one of you. Join me, Darren Hoy, with the Reggae Takeover Show for 2 hours of the finest reggae vibes, each and every Wednesday, 9 through to 11 p.m, here on Seclo Sounds. Don't miss out on your weekly Sunshine Fix, featuring Roots, Rude Boy, Dub, Lovers Rock, Ska, One Drop, and much, much more. So go on, give your sound system a treat. Join me, wind down low, and skank the night away. One love. That's Wednesdays, 9 through to 11 p.m, live on Seclo Sounds.
Get it up, my selector.
Hi, this is Andrew Ackerman inviting you to join me for Groove Lounge every Thursday night between 10 and 12 a.m. on Seclo Sounds, playing the very best in smooth jazz and soul. Groove Lounge on Seclo Sounds and TuneIn Radio.
Listen to the Sticks Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds and bucks. The Sticks Radio Show online at seclosounds.org.
Together on seclosounds.org.
Oh, that was Air there with Kelly Watch the Stars. I hope you enjoyed that one.
I didn't know that track.
Well, there you go. It's all an education on this show.
It is. They're French.
They are French, yeah. French music duo.
There's not a lot of French people that have made it really big in the music world, is there, in this country?
I don't know. Daft Punk.
Sacha Distel.
Yeah, we're showing your age there, love.
Oh dear.
Moving on.
Moving swiftly along. Right, next up from me, something by James Brown. This is Living in America. James Brown. That's Living in America. That was released as a single at the back end of 1985. And it reached number 4 in the Billboard Hot 100. And the song entered the top 40 on January the 11th, 1986 and remained on the chart for 11 weeks. And it was a top 5 hit right here in the UK. And believe it or not, that was his highest charting single.
Was it?
Yeah, he
Ever?
Yeah, highest charting single in the UK. His only top 10 single.
Goodness me, because he's like, well, he's an icon, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. So, yeah, well done to him for that.
Well, yeah, well done. I remember that song clearly back in 1985.
It featured in, I think it was Rocky 4.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
It was played all the time back then.
Great song.
I'm going to play something now from Placebo's debut album. The single that I'm going to play was released in 1996. Only reached number 30 in the UK charts, but I think it's one of their biggest hits. They were formed back in 1994, so took around two years to bring out an album, so slow burning. To date, they've released 7 studio albums, and I don't know if you've seen their lead singer, Brian Molko. Well, I think he can only ever be a front man. He's quite a beautiful looking man, but very androgynous.
Okay.
He's very unusual. But this track I'm going to play is called Teenage Angst, and I think it's rather a good one.
Shine the headlight straight into my eye, like the roadkill. I'm paralyzed. See my disguise. At the drive-in double feature, pull the lever, break the fever, say your last goodbye. Since I was born, I started to decay. Now nothing ever goes my way. One fluid gesture, like stepping back in time, trapped in amber, petrified. I'm still not satisfied. Airs and social graces, elocution so divine. I'll stick to my needle, my favorite waste of time, both spineless and sublime. Since I was born, I started to decay. Now nothing ever goes my way.
And that was Placebo there with their track Teenage Angst. I rather like that one.
Do you?
Yeah,
You're a big Placebo fan?
not a huge Placebo fan. I've got some of their albums, but I was taken with that. That was their debut album. And I don't think you can help but be taken with Brian Molko, especially when you see Placebo live. He's quite a showman.
Something to behold.
Yeah, yeah. What is a good showman? It's interesting, isn't it?
What makes them have that stage presence?
Yeah, because sometimes people aren't always that showy.
No.
And yet they still, or sometimes they just command the stage. They're running around everywhere, aren't they?
Yeah. You said
we were watching Maximo Park recently, weren't we?
Yeah.
And we thought, wow, he's a good showman.
Yeah.
And who else? Of course, Chris Martin is from Coldplay.
He just doesn't stop, does he?
No, and then you've got other extremes like Alice Cooper,
Yeah.
who puts on a whole show.
A whole show.
Now, who are you going to say?
Alanis Morissette.
Yes. Now, all she did when I saw her last time was skip around the stage throughout the whole set.
And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
And then there's other people that just stand there and
Just stand there.
and
Brian
do-
Ferry
Yeah.
just stands there.
does his stuff.
Yeah, that's right. There's somebody for everyone in this world. That's what my nan used to say.
There is. Right, I'm Dave.
And I'm Charlotte.
And we bring you Double Decades every Saturday at Seclo Sounds.
That's right. It's the show that brings you the music from the 80s and 90s and a lot of wittering from us.
It is. We've got time for two more. So the first one of those two is one from me. This is The Beat and Mirror in the Bathroom from 1980.
Mirror in the bathroom, please don't freak. The door is locked, just you and me. Can I take you to a restaurant that's got glass tables? You can watch yourself while you are eating. Mirror in the bathroom, I just can't stop it. Every Saturday you see me window shopping. Find no interest in the racks and shelves, just 1,000 reflections in my own sweet self. Mirror in the bathroom, you're my mirror in the bathroom. You're my mirror in the bathroom. You're my mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom, recompense for all my crimes of self-defense. Cures you whisper, make no sense, drift gently into mental illness. Mirror in the bathroom, please talk free. The door is locked, just you and me. Can I take you to a restaurant that's got glass tables? You can watch yourself while you are eating. Mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom. Mirror in the bathroom.
That's The Beat and Mirror in the Bathroom, their biggest hit up until they recorded Andy Williams' Can't Get Used to Losing You. That's a bit of a tongue twister. That was their biggest hit. That was from 1983. But I played you Mirror in the Bathroom, which was from 1980.
Well, I'm going to have to play you out with my track now. This is from a band who hail from Glastonbury. What a great place to come from if you're in a band. And interestingly, Jesse Wood, Ronnie Wood's son, now plays guitar with them. Have you guessed it? We're playing you out today with Reef and their biggest hit, which was released in 1996. This is Place Your Hands.
And we'll see you next week.
That's right. Cheerio,
Bye.
folks.